This one here's got a fish, y'all. This one's got a fish, the other one's hung. I reached back and thought that my back rod there had a fish on it, but it did not. Let me spot lock here for a second. I realized it was hung. I think I said some cuss words I'm probably gonna have to edit out. But then my front rod went down. So we're gonna land this fish here and then we'll get myself unsnagged. This is fish number one here, y'all. Fish number one, snag number one. Let me set him down here for a second. I'll let him tire himself out. Well, I'll see if I can get myself unhung. What I'm out here doing today, y'all, is drifting. Well, I'll say drifting. I'm trolling out here because I don't have any current. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go backwards and get that. But I'm out here on the Clinch River today, on the lower end of it. Just thought I'd come out here and take a stretch of the river here, come down, and work all the way downstream here around the next bend. It makes a nice big turn here around this bend, and I'm going to work the outside of it right along the edge of the channel all the way down through here. So I've covered a little bit of water out here this morning. Got out here about dawn, and we finally got hooked up with one. Got my baits just a couple feet off the bottom down through here as we make our way along. And obviously the one on that back rod got a little less than 2 feet off the bottom because it got hung in something. Get this hook out of him. This one here ate a skipjack head. I went out yesterday evening and got some fresh bait. So there it is. We're getting it back, so we'll reuse it. Hadn't been touched before this fish hit it. I'm not going to turn the front camera on for that one because he's just a little old thing. Up, up. There he went too. There he goes. He's ready to get out of here, wasn't he? Well, all right, y'all. Fish number one, like I said, snag number one. So I'm going to go back here, see if I can work this free, and then I'll get turned back around and we'll just keep working our way down along this ledge around the bend. I recorded my route on the way up through here with the iPilot, so I'm just kind of letting it just do the work for me and just steer me all the way back around. But we got to get this one undone first, so let's do that. All right, we got it there. So we're back in business. Now on this one here, now I apologize for the road noise. I'm down here by these bridges. Can't do nothing about it. I got a white bass head on this rod. And on the others here, I got skipjack, a head and a body piece. Using 3 rods out here today. So I'm gonna get my lines reset and then we'll turn around and work our way down this ledge. There goes the back rod. Yeah, he's hooked up. I had one hit the front rod, but he didn't get the bait. Or didn't get the hook, I should say. And then this one took off, so I went through some active fish here finally. I got one up there that y'all saw there by the bridge. And I've made, I don't know, a few hundred yards downstream here. This one here, I believe, may be a little better than the last fish we got. I'm guessing it's probably another blue, though. I feel him rolling down there, but I think he may be a little bit bigger. Yeah, he is a little bigger. That's definitely a better quality fish than the first one we got. May turn the front camera on for this one, y'all. Oh goodness, splash me. Well, this one here is going to calm down whether he wants to or not. He's going to get me all sopping wet. Oh, boy, y'all, this one here acting a fool. Acting a dang fool. Open that mouth. I still don't know if he's ready to come in, but we're bringing him in anyway. Whew. That in there didn't want to calm down, did he? I see these fellas in boats. They get a fish up at the surface, stick a net under it, plop it down the floor, and it just flops around. You know, that's the end of the fight for them. In a kayak, you get it up to the surface, the fight has just begun. We got this in here though, folks. That's a pretty good blue cat. He's thick. He's or in that way, so you can see there on the camera, he's got some girth to him there. Boy, he fought hard too. That one ate the white bass head. Like I said before, I got one rod baited with white bass and two with skipjack. I'm just working the side of this channel. We're about to the top of this bend down here now, so depth's been, you know, 35 to about 42 feet. I've just been adjusting my baits up and down as the depth changes. There he is. One last look, and let's let him go. Get out of here, you old thing. Boy, he is angry. He's ready to get out of here. Well, this fish, as mad at me as he was, he at least left me the bait on there. So we're gonna check it. If it's still in good shape, we'll send it back down. I've had some dink taps at the skipjack coming down through here, but that white bass, it ain't been touched before that last fish there, so you can see it's still in good shape. So we're gonna send it right back down. My rig this morning, Carolina rig, 10-aught Demon Circle hooks, got 40-pound mainline mono, 80-pound mono leaders. People always ask me about that stuff. I've covered it in a ton of videos, but I'll cover it again here today. I got my bait down there, just a couple feet off the bottom. We're gonna keep making our way around this bend. Hopefully we're gonna get some more action as we move along, because it's been kind of slow out here so far this morning. I'm thankful for that fish. That was a good quality fish, but the bite overall, if I can get my words out, has been slow. So we'll see what we can do. People are always wanting to see my graph, so here it is. You can see I'm right on the edge of this channel, 39 feet right now. I got my speed at 0.4. And those solid lines are my baits. This little squiggly here under it was a small fish that come up and checked one of them out. But that's what I'm doing, y'all. Just cruising down this ledge, 0.3 to 0.5 miles an hour. My bait's a couple feet off bottom, just hoping to run into some active fish. There goes the front rod. Oh yeah, buddy. He's gonna pull a little bit. Skipjack midsection finally got hit. Yeah, buddy. He took the rod down hard, but I don't think he's going to turn out to be as big as the takedown. He's not. He's just a little thing. But it's another bite. It's more action, which I'm happy to have. Well, let's land him. Alright, y'all, there he is. Just a little old blue cat. Found him a bite of skipjack, and now he's going home. See you, buddy. He's out of here. We'll stick us another skipjack midsection on there. This skipjack here is kind of small, but it'll catch a fish. My headpiece on there and my white bass head are kind of larger baits anyway, so it don't hurt to mix up your size and your cuts just to give them a variety. Get our scales off there. We're ready to drop it down. There it is, folks. There goes the front rod. Oh, it's taking off now. It's taking off. That one's on the skipjack head again. Still here at the top of this bend. 40 feet deep. This one here is going to be another one that took it down harder than he is, or took it down bigger than he is, because he's just a little thing. Hopefully we're going to get that headpiece back. I ain't wanting to sacrifice it on one that size. Right here, y'all. Look right there. We're getting our head back. How about that? And it's still in good shape overall too. We're going to use that again. Thank you, Mr. Blue Cat. We had some fun with you, and you left us the bait. That's a win. Send him home. Turn him into a monster someday. Let's just check this here, make sure it's still hooked okay. But overall, y'all, again, these baits, as long as they're pink, still bleeding a little bit, I'll reuse them. And that one there is in good shape, so it's going back down. White bass just got bumped. Something's got it there, y'all. Let's pick up on him. Yeah, man, that's on that white bass head. And it's a pulling too. These fish have all just been fighting hard today. Mentioned before, but I'll say it again because it's worth rehashing, and that is the fun of suspend fishing. When you got your baits down on a short line under you, out here today averaging say 40 feet, so my line's about 38 feet long down there. I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun. There goes that front rod too. Let's set this one back. No, he didn't hook up. He didn't hook up. We got this one. But when you only got, in today's situation, 38 feet of line out, man, it's just all these fish, even ones this size right here, which ain't a bad fish, they just take it down so hard. It's so much fun. I could do this 7 days a week. Oh, there goes that rod. There goes it. Oh, he didn't hook up either, man. He let it go. I got some little fish down there messing with those baits. Oh, lordy. Boy, he's whopped me right in the face with that water. Got the camera too, probably. My gosh. No, don't you do it. Don't you do it, boy. I'll tell you, he done it. He done it all right. That's another pretty good fish right there, y'all. On the white bass. I've said it so many times, but I'll keep saying it because so many of you are new to the channel, and that is, if you have multiple types of baits, put them down there. Because you just never know what they're going to show a preference for on a given day. This fish here won't open his mouth to get that hook out. You know, out here where I fish, if he'd open up, we'd get it. There it goes. Out here where I fish, skipjack, especially from spring through fall, really until it gets cold. Winter months, early spring, shad seems to outperform. But spring through fall, skipjack is king out here, but there are days where they'll be all over the white bass or, you know, another type of bait, whatever you have. And today, so far anyway, the white bass has performed. Not bad, buddy. Not bad. I wish some other two had hooked up there. They hit it. Both them rods got hit. Neither one of them got the hook. We got this one though. It's fun, y'all. It's fun. There you go. See you, buddy. Yeah, y'all, before YouTube, that's what I was out here doing. After YouTube's done for me, whenever this channel dies, I'll still be out here doing this. But the only thing that has changed is the ease in which I do this with this new kayak and the Minn Kota with iPilot. It's just, I don't know what to say about it. It's just super simple. I come out here this morning and traced my route as I made my way upstream. Took me a little longer to get up there because, you know, I went around all the way around this bend and up versus just, you know, coming through here and cutting a straight line across. But doing that, recording my route on the way up through here now has allowed me to set my speed and then let the motor do the work for me. It is adjusting for wind and boat wake and all that as we go down through here. Now granted, I don't have any current out here this morning. That's why I'm trolling versus drifting. But it's adjusting for all these external factors and keeping me right on that path that I followed, which is the edge of this channel. So we're just going to keep following our way around the bend here, and then we'll see what time it is and how hot it is, and who knows, we may come up with a plan B after that. Well, all that right there is why that fish didn't hook up. One of them dinks that hit it had knocked the hook back in on the bait. Hard to catch a fish without that hook point exposed. But at least he didn't rip the bait off. So we'll just send it back down, and we'll reel this head piece in next and we'll check it. Maybe the same situation on it. So I have had some dinks pecking along the way down through here. Yep, look at there. The dinks had messed up that bait too. That's why them other two fish didn't hook up. You know, it pays to check your baits, y'all. I'm lazy on it sometimes. You know, the dinks will be down there just a pecking away, and you know, part of me hates to reel my baits up and check, because then you know you got it up here in the kayak, it ain't down there in the strike zone. But my laziness cost me 2 fish. Who knows how big they are? Could have been just dinks. But we had 2 pretty good takedowns on these front rods, and neither one of them hooked up, and that was why. My laziness. Let's see what's going on here with this rod. That's on that. Oh, he let it go. Well, he just hit it again, though. He just hit it again. Yeah, let's reel down on him. Well, he popped free, and you could just feel boom. He got it again. Well, we got him that time. That's on that white bass head again. That's going to be, I believe, the 3rd fish now we've got on this thing. It's getting pretty chewed up after the last one. We may have to put a different piece of that white bass on. I'm kind of being conservative with this head because I only got 1 white bass with me today. Look there. There's another. He's not as big as that last one we got on the white bass, but it ain't a bad fish. We'll take it anyway. Now he's gonna do that right there, maybe throw that headpiece off. We're gonna examine it. We may end up using it again, I don't know. There it is. We got our bait back. Like I said, we're gonna have to take a look at it though. I don't know if it's gonna be usable again. There he is, another. He's a larger dink, I guess. Not as good a quality as that last one we got on the white bass, but man, I ain't complaining. Here lately, the bite has just been, take off from there he goes. The bite has been so inconsistent. I've had some days where I just ain't been able to get on hardly any fish, and quality's certainly been lacking for me all summer. I've caught very few big fish this summer compared to, you know, my most recent years. Just been an off year for me overall. So I've kind of been extra thankful on, well, days like today where I'm, you know, getting a fair amount of bites. I wasn't getting them early. You know, starting out the morning there around dawn above the bridge, wasn't nothing going on. But the further we've gotten down here, right here, I'm starting to go around this bend now, starting to get some more bites. So thankful for days like this. Yeah, that bait there, it ain't as pink as it was. The mouth is all chewed up. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna keep this head because it's the only one I got. But I'm gonna switch it out with a body piece, and we'll see if that midsection there gets any action. If it does, great. If not, we'll stick this back on. All right, there's just a chunk of the body section. Send it down. See what it does for us. Yeah, last night I went out there yesterday evening to catch some bait and got some skipjack, but the white bass just couldn't get on them. Got that one. It's usually the other way around. Usually you tear up the white bass and skipjack or far and few in between. It was the exact opposite last night. This white bass is just a swimming. Let's pick up on him and reel him in, why don't we? Yeah, man. That white bass has been the bait of choice out here this morning. That happened on a recent trip too. But my last trip out, I fished with my friend Eric at that TN Bassing channel. It'll be my last video there that you all saw. I had some white bass on half my rods, and the skipjack head was the only bait that we caught fish on out there that day. So I'll just keep reiterating it. It pays you to put out a variety of baits and cuts. And that's another decent fish right there. That's another decent blue on the white bass body chunk we put down. These fish today, man, they just ain't cooperative. He did not want to open his mouth, and he still clamped down on my thumb. Woo! There's another good fight though, man. All about getting that tug on the line. I'm getting a few down here today. Goodness, man. Boy, he did not want to let go. I ripped my thumb. These fish, I tell you, they angry, but that makes them fight harder, and I like that. I'll tell you something else though, folks. You know, I get asked a lot of questions about my graph. I tried to film some earlier. I don't know if it showed up with the glare and whatnot, but you know, people ask me what I'm looking for. Do I look for fish? I see a lot of guys in boats. You know, they're going down the river. They ain't paying attention where they're going because they're watching that graph. They're trying to find fish on there. I don't do that, y'all. I never look for fish on my graph. If I see them, great. But I don't go out and just ride around looking for fish, making sure he wasn't gonna run me over. I look for structure. Let me let him go by. Interrupting the audio on here. What I was saying was, on my graph, I look for structure. So like this structure here is the ledge. That's what I'm fishing today along this bend. So I want to be just right on the edge of that. Now coming up through here this morning, like I mentioned, I traced my route. I don't think I saw a single fish coming up and down through here this morning. But I knew that fishing this area, right on the edge of it as we make our way around, those are the kind of the fish highways. That's the path that these fish are going to follow as they make their way up and down river. So even though I wasn't marking any fish on the way up through there, I knew coming back down through here, I was still going to have a good chance at running into some fish just because I'm on the path that they're going to be swimming along, if that makes sense. So again, I get asked all the time, what am I looking for? That's it, guys. I'm just making sure that I am where I think I am on a particular structure. And as far as the fish goes, if I see them, great, but I don't really care. It ain't going to change my approach. Oh goodness, here y'all. Look right here on this front rod. I was trying to get my bait situated on that white bass, and this one just took off on me. This is on the skipjack midsection. And this one here ain't gonna be as big as the other one. The better quality today has definitely come on the white bass, which makes total sense because, you know, that's the bait I have the least amount of. That's Murphy's Law, ain't it? Whatever bait that you're going to run out of is going to be the ones that the fish wants. Oh goodness. Well, none of these fish will calm down for you today, will they? There he is, just a little one. One of the smallest ones of the morning. Well, y'all, I am back down here where I started, and I think I'm gonna wrap up this trip. It's 11:30 right now, and that sun is high in the sky and beating down on me, so I think I'm gonna call it quits. We had a few day stretch here recently where our humidity level was much lower, but it's back in full force today, so I think I'm gonna get some lunch and head on home. But this morning's trip out here, it was fairly productive. I mean, I got several fish, got some good quality, so you know what, I'm happy with it. But I'm gonna get on out of here and we'll do it again soon. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.